Shalom, we the real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out, prophesying the downfall of America and give you this truth. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone, and all the brothers pushing his word out in true sincerity and charity. I basically want to go into this topic about, being in this truth, whether in or out. We going to suffer things. We're going to go through things to receive what we really want. Whatever it is that you do, whether in the truth or out the truth, man, if you putting time, hard work, and diligence into it, man, you're going to suffer reproach. You're going to go through pains physically, mentally, spiritually. People always have things to say. And, people always got things to say, man. You could be rich or you could be poor. People will have something to say about you. But using the spiritual eye towards things like that and knowing what the scriptures say, hey, we going to go through things, man. And, you know, like I say, man, to live is to suffer. A quote from DMX song that I like, that I listen to a lot. On my free time and things like that. I'm not overwhelmed and things like that. With fascinated by many rappers and things like that. But it's a nice song that DMX made. You know, but I basically want to get into these scriptures, man, because we gonna suffer. And we gotta know that. But basically, I want to start off with Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Now you understand when we go through things, we gonna when we go through things, you gotta understand that the scriptures is for our learning. And we gotta have patience, and it's for our comfort, because we hope. What we hoping for is salvation and mercy, and to make it on the first go around and not to receive harsh judgments that 2/3 of our people gonna get because they don't want to listen. They don't want to get right. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is the chosen people, the 12 tribes of Israel. This Philippians chapter 1, verse 29. For unto you it is given in the behalf of Yahweh Shai, who the real English called Jesus. That's his correct Hebrew name, which is our heritage. Not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake. So you can't say, oh, I know Will out the Bam, and they call Jesus, Salakia for using his name. Excuse me, because I hate this name with much hatred. But I believe in Jesus. I know Jesus. I'm covered in the blood, and he got me. But they ain't going through nothing. And if they going through something, they don't understand why they going through it. And they always say and turn around, well, Jesus got me. You understand, man? Jesus ain't got nothing, man. Jesus is a false idol, man. And Jesus is not the Savior, man. That's not how he looked. That's not his name. And if scriptures tell you spoke Hebrew in Acts the 26th chapter. So why would his name be Jesus? Why would he even look anything like a so-called white man? Like it's just madness and confusion. But we gotta suffer for his sake, man. When you come in this thing, you gotta believe in him. You gotta suffer. You gotta take L's, man. You gotta stop doing things you once did, man. You gotta suffer, knowing that you can't do them things you once did. But once you get over the suffering, man, it's gonna be like, I don't care about it. Like for me, prime example, when I came into the truth, man, I was fully persuaded, but I also knew like this was the truth and that was the correct name because it said well with my spirit. I don't know I could trust his name above all things. But hey, to not be around your family, man, which I had to understand too, because it's a glorious thing to be around the brothers to get built up through the spirit. But not to be around your family, knowing like, damn, you can't smoke weed, can't sit on my ass and just, live how I want to live. That was like, because I didn't understand. I was ignorant once. I was suffering through that. But I'm like, you know what? I don't need that. And I just overcame that, through the spirit and power of the Most High, not because of me. And I prayed on it. But, it's just small things that we go through and we suffer. Whether it be with women, whether it be with money and, just trying to go above what we would need and just suffering like, dang, man, I got to go out on Saturdays and I can't chill with my niece and she crying when I leave the door. And it's like, dang, I can't chill with my woman. She cook for me. She clean with me. I got to depart. I got to handle this work. I got to go out on the highways, byways, which is not grievous, which I love to do what I do because I wouldn't be doing it. Through the elders and the teachers, I get built up. But, just a quick testimony. But this is not about me, man. This is about exhortation to the brothers, to stay in his word. And we going to go through things, man. We going to suffer. First Timothy 4:9. This is a faithful saying and worthy of all exceptions. For therefore we both labor and suffer reproach. You know, you got people on the comment boards, people outside walking past. If we out there on the camp on those highways and byways, which is a commandment. You know, we suffer reproach, man. People want to fight us. People want to kill us. They pull out weapons, man. They throw things. They try to fight us, put their hands on the prophets, the brothers that the Most High set up, man. That we peacemakers, man. We don't look forward to go out there and fight, man. We warn people, we tell them, but when they try to put their hand on us, we got every right to defend ourselves. But, you know, we suffer all type of reproach, man. In the flesh, mentally, man, from these spiritual demons, man. We suffer from all things, man. And reproach for the Most High's sake, because we trust in the living power, who is the Savior of all men, especially those that believe. So we gonna suffer, man, calling on the name of the Most High, which is the correct name. You know, we know now, we in the know. We gonna suffer even more, man. We gonna understand why we suffer. And our people suffer outside the truth, and they don't even know why they suffer, man. They suffer and still call on the name of Jesus, and they don't even know who getting them out of them jams. They don't even know who putting them through them suffering, so they can understand, man. Different brothers got different testimonies of how they suffer, you know. But, you know, this all is an exhortation, you know, for the brothers to just continue to do what you do, man. When you suffer, man, when you feel like shit, man, when them demons come in your head, just pray, rebuke, talk to a brother, and use the brotherhood correctly, man, and just move forward, because hey, we going to go through this, man. When you going through that, hey, just know the Most High dealing with you as sons, man. As like the scripture say, these things command to teach, you know, but hey, you got to command and teach these things. It's a commandment. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of believers in word and in conversation, which is your behavior when you click on word, conduct, manner of life, and charity and spirit and faith and purity. You know, so you got to carry yourself, you know, on the flip side of that. First, 2 Timothy 1:12. For the which cause I also suffered these things. Nevertheless, I am not ashamed, for I know whom I believe. We know who we believe in. No matter what y'all people say, you know, the family, you know, you believe in people that you don't even trust. You call on the name. I never even heard of that. Calling me devil, say I'm bringing spirits in the house, man. I was suffering all kind of reproach, man. Suffering that you got to cut your family off, people who looked out for you. And you got to cut your cousins off who, it's part of our sufferings. But, hey, you get over it sooner or later, and the Most High will harden you and toughen you up. Because, hey, this is our calling. This is for our greater good, man. And don't let nobody take that from you. But I also suffer these things. Nevertheless, I am not ashamed, for I know whom I have believed, and I am persuaded that he is able to keep that which I have committed unto him against that day. So, you know, we're going to be good. We're going to be good in that day, man. He going to protect us, and we know who we believe in, and we persuaded that he going to keep us in that day, man. What's that day, man? These crazy days that's coming up, man. We gonna need salvation and mercy to endure. You know, hold fast the form of sound words which thou hast heard of me, and the faith and love which is in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. You know, and that's the correct name, man. Who the real ignorant called Jesus, that's not the name. But you know, you gotta understand that Most High, he gonna look out for you, man. He gonna protect you in all your ways, man. It's a balance, man. You gonna suffer and you'll get rewarded, man. And you're just gonna be suffering and suffering. At the end, you might get rewarded, man. Different brothers got different journeys and different walks of life. 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. So we gotta endure when all this happen, man. We gotta be good soldiers, and the soldiers go through hell, man, to fight this war and this battle, which is in his flesh, against these evils, man, against people, and you know, suffer not to just go berserk and just, you know, hurt people, because we not about that, man. We just preaching this word. We want our salvation and reward, man. We not picking up arms, man. We got to suffer reproach from the white man and him being over us, but we not going to take it upon ourselves to go shoot things up and kill people and round people up, man. We don't do that. We not about that. We is waiting on our power, man. We waiting on our kingdom. That's it, and that's all. 2 Timothy 2:3. 2 Timothy 2:11. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he will also deny us. Hey, so we take glory in these things, man. We believe that the Most High got us, and we know that, hey, we got a calling that's greater than this world can ever imagine, which, I didn't understand. I was ignorant at first. That's why I counted the things that I went through as suffering, but now I count it as dung, according to the scriptures. But, it's nothing, man. When you go through it, you suffer, you get hard, you get stronger. You got to keep pushing, keep fighting, man. 2 Timothy 3:12. Yeah, all that will live godly in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, which is the correct name, shall suffer persecution. But evil man and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. So that's them other camps and them fallouts, man, that once knew these things, man, and that don't want to suffer and they want to take the easy way out. They want to sell out. Hey, they gonna suffer. They gonna suffer, all right. But the suffering that they got, hey, it's gonna be 10 times worse than the sufferings we going through now, brother. So, and those who listening and women too, man. Just continuing them things, man. Hey, do what's pleasing to the Most High and your man, to your women, and to the brothers. Do what's pleasing to the Most High and to the brethren around you and your elders and teachers. But continue down the things which thou hast learned and being assured of knowing. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. So we are sure that the Most High has men of. And we know these men are right, these men are wise, these men are knowledgeable, these men are diligent, week in and week out, and it's a faithful example to follow. And that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make these wise unto salvation through the faith which is in Yahweh Shai. Hey, the scriptures said better than I can, man. 1 Corinthians 4:10. For we are fools for Yahweh Shai's sake. So people call us all type of names and they on the outside looking in, but hey, we don't care. Because scriptures tell us this. But ye are wise in Yahweh Shai. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. We despised on all levels, man. Some of us are despised by our family, our women. We despised by everybody, man. We despised by the so-called white man. We despised by these heathen nations, man. It's all type of things, man, that try to get you to fall out. But the elect not gonna fall out. The elect not gonna get caught up. And we all striving to be that, man. We all putting on the elect because we know these things are small. We don't want to suffer from Jacob's trouble, famine of the bread, martial law. We don't want to suffer them things. We don't mainly want to suffer the judgment that's coming upon America, ICBM nuclear missile, to destroy the wicked. And the 2/3 of our people join into the so-called heathen, the so-called white man and the other heathen, which is Esau Edom. So-called white man, that's his biblical name, man. He gonna be destroyed, man. He gonna get paid back for what he done to the chosen of the Most High, the 12 tribes, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, mainly the elect. Because the 2/3 with that, the 2/3 love that. They like getting raped by the so-called white man, mentally, spiritually, and physically, man. But the elect, man, we avoid that, and we covered in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, and we, Lord willing, we covered in the blood of Yahweh Shai, not Jesus. This is Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of God. So you got to go through things to enter into the kingdom. Just like a brother always say, man, bodybuilding, it's uncomfortable, man. The brother might always say, bodybuilding is uncomfortable. Hey, if you want the muscles and you want the gains, man, you got to suffer. Your muscles got to be hurt, your legs got to be hurt. And you gonna get your result at the end. You ain't gonna like it, but you gotta put yourself under subjection, man. And that's what it means to be a disciple, man. Discipline, a learner. Learning that these sufferings are small, man. You either suffer now or you suffer later, man. Which one you want to go through? And the suffering later is gonna be worse, man. You want to do it now, you want to get it over with, and you want to hope and pray that you found worthy to receive salvation. And I'm gonna end it on these last two. This is John 16:33. Yahweh Shai words. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So if Yahweh Shai overcame the world, and he got to elect men that's going to be joint heirs of him, Lord willing, if we of that number, we going to overcome the world, man. We going to have peace in him, which is these scriptures, man, which is the man he set up the brotherhood, who treat you good, who cook for you, man, who clean for you, who clothe you, man, who teach you for free, who guide you, man, who will be there, come pick you up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, who will die for you, man, who will fight for you, man, who will make you laugh, and who open their doors for you, man, all because of the word, man, all because we trust and believe, man, with wisdom, with discernment. And hey, that's our peace, man. That's our rest. These scriptures, man, because America not our rest. Being in the world ain't our rest. Working a 9 to 5 on a modern day slave plantation is not our rest. Worshiping idols is not our rest. It's only bring death. Sin is not our rest. It only bring death. And being rejected by the Heavenly Father, His Son. Hey, these women is not our rest. Even though you got some good women out there, who might please you and, kind of do right by you, but ultimately, that don't matter because that's not our rest, man. Your kids, you love them, but they start acting up. That's not our rest, man. This is our rest. This is our peace, man. So we gotta understand and know Romans 5:3, and not only so, but we glory in tribulation also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. So when we go through things, we know we gotta have patience. And patience, experience. So when you go through things, you got the experience. Like I got the experience. I can say I went through these things. It's nothing. It's you pray on it. You pray the Most High help you, and you overcome it. You see it's nothing, and you got the patience to know when something happen. Don't buck up. Don't fall out the truth. Don't go back into the world, man. Don't get weak. Especially if you fully persuaded, you put your hand to the plow. You better not go back because you put your hand to the plow. You look back. You're not fit for the kingdom, as the scriptures say. And who teaching that, man? Who would example that? The elders of Great Millstone, the brothers on down. And the brothers in Chicago of Great Millstone. And patience experience, and experience hope. And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of God is shed abroad in our hearts by the Spirit which is given unto us. For when we yet without strength in due time, Yahweh shall, that's the point on that, Salakia. That's the point in verse 5, man. Because you gotta understand, man, Most High got us. And He ain't gonna never let us down, man. So we gonna suffer. But it's a balance because we're gonna be rewarded at the end, and our reward is gonna be 10 times greater, man. The scripture say, eyes have seen, nor ear have heard, man. Like 1 Corinthians, I believe, 2:9. But don't quote me on it, look it up. Eyes have seen, eyes have not seen, nor ear have heard. It's in the New Testament, the Old Testament, man. Look it up. Because we haven't seen nor heard what the Most High got stored up for those who do this work and labor. And I'm kind of roughly paraphrasing, but I'm kind of, giving it to you, let you know, hey, we got a great reward when we suffer, man. Believe that, know that, trust in that, go hard for that, man. And I speak to myself first and foremost because I want the same thing, and I pray that all the brothers do the same diligence. With that, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and all the brothers pushing His word out, truth, sincerity, and charity, and humbleness, and meekness, and humility. Shalom.